Hey guys, welcome back to Initiate Science here, where science meets you. If you're new to this channel, we welcome you aboard. Hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon to get updates of the video we post. Now let's scroll the intro and move on to episode 8 of Sunday TechBits. If you have been following banking, investing, or cryptocurrency over the last 10 years, you may have heard the term blockchain, the record keeping technology behind the Bitcoin network. Blockchain is a specific type of database. It differs from a typical database in the way it stores information. Blockchain stores data in blocks that are then chained together. As new data comes in, it is entered into a fresh block. Once the block is filled with data, it is chained onto the previous block, which makes the data chained together in chronological order. Blockchain seems complicated, and it definitely can be, but its core concept is really quite simple. A blockchain is a type of database. A database is a collection of information that is stored electronically on a computer system. Information or data in databases is typically structured in table format to allow for easier searching and filtering for specific information. About a blockchain is a growing list of records called blocks that are linked using cryptography. Each block contains a cryptographic hash of the previous block, a timestamp, and transaction data, generally represented as a Merkle tree. Working. Blockchain technology is most commonly used by cryptocurrencies. A blockchain is simply a chain of blocks that contains information. Each block has a cryptographic hash of the previous block, timestamp, and transaction data, as I had mentioned. Blockchain technology is an open distributed ledger that can record transactions of two parties securely and efficiently. As it is distributed, blockchain is typically managed by a peer-to-peer network working simultaneously together to solve complex mathematical problems in order to validate new blocks. Once recorded, the data in any given block cannot be updated retroactively without changing all subsequent blocks, which requires the confirmation of the majority in the network. This is the main reason why blockchain technology is secure and not susceptible to hacking. Principles. Here are the 5 basic principles underlying the technology. 5 principles behind working of blockchain are: distributed database. Each party on a blockchain has access to entire database and its complete history. No single party controls the data or the information. Even every party can verify the records of its transaction partners directly without an intermediary. Peer-to-peer transmission. Communication occurs directly between peers instead of through a central node. Each node stores and forwards information to all other nodes. Transparency with pseudonymity. Every transaction and its associated values are visible to anyone with access to the system. Each node or user on a blockchain has a unique 30+ character alphanumeric address that identifies it. Users can choose to remain anonymous or provide proof of their identity to others. Transactions occurs between blockchain addresses. Irreversibility of records. Once a transaction is entered in the database and the accounts are updated, the records cannot be altered because they are linked to every transaction record that came before them, hence the term chain. Various computational algorithms and approaches are deployed to ensure that the recording on the database is permanent, chronologically ordered, and available to all others on the network. Computational logic. The digital nature of the ledger means that blockchain transactions can be tied to computational logic and in essence programmed. So users can set up algorithms and rules that automatically trigger transactions between nodes. How to read a transaction history in a blockchain explorer. All blockchains use a hash. Hashes are long series of random strings used to track a transaction. With the use of transaction, hash, or a wallet address, anyone can check the details of the transaction. We may find the transaction hash to check the status of a transfer. We need to note that to pass successfully, the transaction should receive a certain amount of confirmations. The confirmation will turn to green when it was successfully processed. We will find the sender's wallet address and the destination wallet address together with the amount and the fees of the transfer. Uses. Blockchain technology can be integrated into multiple areas. 1. Cryptocurrencies. Most cryptocurrencies use blockchain technology to record transactions. For example, the Bitcoin network, Ethereum network are both based on blockchain. 2. Smart contracts. Blockchain-based smart contracts are proposed contracts that can be partially or fully executed or enforced without human interaction. A key feature of smart contracts is that they do not need a trusted third party to act as an intermediary between contracting entities. 3. Financial services. Major portions of the financial industry are implementing distributed ledgers for use in banking. Banks are interested in this technology because it has the potential to speed up back office settlement systems. 4. Video games. 5. Energy trading. 6. Supply chain. There are a number of efforts and industry organizations working to employ blockchains in supply chain management, such as mining, food supply, shipping, blockchain, software development, etc. 7. Healthcare. In response to 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, the Wall Street Journal reported that Ernst & Young was working on a blockchain to help employers, government to track people who have had antibody tests and could be immune to the virus. Types. Public blockchains. A public blockchain has absolutely no access restrictions. Anyone with an internet connection can send transactions to it as well as become a validator. Some of the largest, most known public blockchains are the Bitcoin blockchain and the Ethereum blockchain. Private blockchains. A private blockchain is permissioned. One cannot join it unless invited by the network administrators. Hybrid blockchains. A hybrid blockchain has a combination of centralized and decentralized features. The exact working of the chain can vary based on which portions of centralization and decentralization are used. Sidechain. A sidechain is a designation for a blockchain ledger that runs in parallel to a primary blockchain. Advantages. The basic advantages of blockchain technology are decentralization, immutability, security, and transparency. The blockchain technology allows for verification without having to be dependent on third parties. The data structure in a blockchain is append only. It uses protected cryptography to secure the data ledger. Disadvantages. The main disadvantage of blockchain are the high energy dependence, the difficult process of integration, and implementation high cost. Blockchain is not a huge distributed computing system. Mining does not provide network security. Blockchain entries do not last forever or are not immutable. Scalability remains blockchain's weakness. The potential of the blockchain moving forward is huge. One thing to keep in mind is who the miners will be and what will motivate them to work in the given application, as mining requires computing. No matter what the context, there's strong possibility that blockchain will affect your business. But the very big question is when. Please do subscribe to our Initiate Science Chat channel by clicking on the subscribe button and also press on the all bell icon. Thank you.